Hello guys, and welcome back to Watch Addiction Watch Reviews. As you can see here today, I'm going to be reviewing this watch. This is by 94 Watches. This is the Successor, which will be available for pre-order through their website for $199.99, which I think is a pretty good deal considering the quality of this watch. I had this watch for a few days. Obviously, this is a prototype, so there are going to be some changes on the final versions. The watch will come in something similar to this, but it's not really confirmed yet, as this can change. But this is just what was sent to me with the 94 logo here, nice little zip-up case. It's pretty nice. I think this would actually work pretty well, but they might change that. Now, the pre-orders will start March 1st, 2020, this year, and that will be $199.99, and then it will be MSRP of $300. So it really would make sense to pre-order this watch. Obviously, you'll be saving $100, and it will be much better for you. Now, the Successor features all those things that you really want, all those boxes that really need to be ticked off for a price point of $199. As you can see, well, actually, let me tell you some changes that might be happening before we get into it. First of all, the 94 logo might be applied. The lume on the indices will be applied a bit neater and better, he also told me. And there will be a couple different variations as well on this watch, and even a blue dial with a date if they have enough interest, which is pretty cool. You can follow them on Instagram as well. I will leave all that information down in the description below so you can check them out after this video. Anyway, it's a solid 316.0 stainless steel watch, solid stainless steel as usual. Pretty much brushed except for the sides of the bezel there. It's a very nice watch. It's not super light or super heavy, but it's just the right weight. It's very comfortable on the wrist. It's only 10.5 millimeters thick. That is including the sapphire crystal, which features anti-reflective coating on the underside, which we all appreciate. So you can definitely see this watch quite clearly in highlight conditions, as you can see here. Definitely very legible, even with the light right on it. So we get a sapphire crystal. We have that nice dial with kind of planks going down. As you can see there, very neat, very nice. I think it looks pretty cool. We have the polishing on the top of the smooth bezel. We have a pull and push crown. In terms of diameter, it's 40 across. 40 millimeters is a great size, especially on a design like this, 40 by 10.5, with a lug-to-lug of about 45 millimeters. So it really fits my wrist quite nicely. My wrist is 6.5 inches. It does come on an integrated bracelet, and we'll get more into that towards the end of the video. Now the dial itself, by getting a little closer here, you can see has applied indices, which is very nice, very neatly applied. We have lumed indices as well. The indices are filled with C3 lume, which glows a green hue, and I will get your lume shot towards the end of the video. You have a nice thin sweeping seconds hand, very simple dial, just automatic, and their logo 9-4 below the 12 o'clock position. Then around the outer portion of the dial we have a 0 through 60, marking your minutes. Very simple watch, a great everyday watch in my opinion. And considering we do have 100 meters of water resistance, definitely something very capable you can take with you on vacation, you can swim with it in the pool, and you shouldn't have any issues. The crown also really stays out of the way of things. It is signed with the 94 logo as well. And the crown is very easy to use. You might think it may not be, considering it's quite small, but it really has some nice grip in it. Also, some other stuff about this watch. Well, the movement, it's using an NH35 caliber, automatic, hacking, hand winding, about a 40-hour power reserve, beats at 3 Hertz. Most of you guys are pretty familiar with this movement by now. It's a workhorse of a movement, this one gaining about 3 seconds per day. I have no problem with this movement. I think it's a great choice at this $200 pre-order price point as well. Now to actually function this movement, first position, we can give the watch some juice here. Even though it's already going, as you can see, the seconds hand is sweeping around. Then we have our second position, and then we have our third position, which is our hacking position. We can set the time here. Nice long legible hands with lume as well. So I think that looks pretty neat there. Push it back down, and that's pretty much to it. It's a no-date watch. It's very simple. Now getting to this bracelet is honestly very comfortable, and it's very fluid, as you can see here. It is running on pins. I believe these are pins, yep. And we get a nice solid clasp here on a butterfly clasp, 2 buttons, and it opens right up. But the clamp down is really solid. It's like really solid. You do feel that clamp down, and it's very secure once on the wrist there. If we take a look at the screw down case back, it is polished with the 94 logo on the center portion. does state NH35 automatic movement, stainless steel, 9.4 watches, 100 meters water resistant there. Quite simple. I think it's good. I think it looks good. The brushing on the back is also pretty neat as well. Now the bracelet itself is really comfortable, I found. Does not pull my hair at all. As you can see here, the fluidity, like I stated, is very good. Kind of has that nice gleam to it when it really rolls around the light, which I do appreciate. The clasp itself is not bad either. It's pretty strong, doesn't seem to be loose or wobbly or anything like that. And I do like that they did sign here with the 9.4 logo. I think that's pretty cool. Let me go ahead and clamp this back down. Very, very sturdy. I do like that. Anyway, some more stuff about this watch. The Lume, of course. We'll get to the Lume right after this. I just want to show you guys the finishing. It's very smooth. I didn't find any sharp edges or anything like that. The brushing is pretty good, and there is polishing, as I stated earlier. You can actually see the sapphire glass a hint above the smooth bezel, which is a nice little aesthetic there. But everything is very smooth, and there are no errors or blemishes or anything like that, including on the top of the bezel. Everything looks pretty good here. So let's get a look at the Lume and see what it's all about. Here is a Lume shot of the C3 Lume. As you can see, it does glow green on all the indexes, a little bit on the hands, and even on the tip of the sweeping seconds hand. It does work. It is reactive, and I think it's okay for this style of watch. Now on the wrist, this watch is really just a pleasure to wear. It sits perfectly flat on your wrist, and it's very comfortable. You do feel it, but you know, it's not like super noticeable, like a super huge chunk of steel, considering it's only, you know, about 10.5 millimeters thick. It's very nice, and the bracelet itself conforms very nicely to your wrist there. I do like that. It's a very clean look. It definitely can be dressed up and dressed down, which I do appreciate. It's definitely a very versatile piece there. And yeah, I think it's a nice look on my wrist. My wrist is 6.5 inches. If I can get you in exactly close there, it fits just perfectly across my wrist there. So there you have it, guys. This is the Successor by 9.4 Watches. I think it's a really nice watch. I really like how it feels in hand. Definitely feels a lot more expensive than it actually costs. And you know, the pre-orders will start March 1st for $199. I think that's really a good price for this watch. In all honesty, everything is there. It comes with a nice integrated bracelet, which is quite popular nowadays. It comes with a nice clasp. I think the dial suits this watch perfectly with these nice applied indices, and everything looks pretty nice there. You do get all the, you know, the stuff that you would want at this price point. You get a sapphire crystal, you get the NH35 movement, you get Lume applied indices, you get a nice working and functional and comfortable bracelet that you will not have to swap out. You get decent finishing as well. I don't think you can go wrong on this one. I couldn't really find anything wrong with it. I like the nice slim profile. I like how the sapphire crystal looks with the inner anti-reflective coating there. I think it's pretty nice. So definitely let me know what you guys think about this watch. I will drop a link in the description below to their website where you can pre-order this watch on March 1st. You can also follow them on their Instagram. They will post updates there as well. Let me know what you guys think. As usual, I will see you guys on the next video. Definitely follow me at Watch Addict Channel. Read the written article on www.watchaddictchannel on the Successor from 9.4 Watches as well. Thanks so much. Bye.